Lillard, long-range three, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me? It is time for some of the, the fan vote awards, and we want to go through three of those right now. Our first.
Welcome back to another episode where we dive deep into inspiring NBA underdog stories that prove greatness doesn't always come with five-star rankings. Picture this: a homeless teenager sleeping on park benches, an overweight college freshman, a quiet kid from San Diego nobody heard of, a Weber State point guard the world ignored, a Serbian giant who loved Coca-Cola more than conditioning, a towering woman who refused to let anyone limit her dreams. These aren't fairy tales. These are real NBA success stories against the odds. So grab your favorite jersey and let's reload those hoop dreams. Damian Lillard, from ignored to iconic Oakland, California. For a 6'0" high school senior averaging 22 points per game, Dame might as well have been invisible. While other players chose between Duke and Kentucky, Dame got calls from Weber State? Scouts weren't even showing up. One recruiting expert later admitted, "We just thought he was another good local player, nothing special." The audacity. At Weber State, Dame dominated the Big Sky Conference, 24 points per game as a junior. Then disaster, a devastating foot injury that had doctors questioning if he'd ever play competitively again. Most players would have quit. Dame came back hungrier. The Portland Trail Blazers saw something others missed, drafting him 6th overall in 2012. Fast forward to today. Dame time is a global phenomenon. Those impossible logo shots? The clutch gene that makes fans lose their minds? That's the same kid Weber State was lucky to get. Remember when he waved goodbye to the Thunder after hitting that 37-footer? That wasn't just a shot. That was validation for every overlooked high schooler grinding in small gyms across America. Jimmy Butler, the survival story. 13 years old, kicked out of his house. His mom's words, "I don't like the look of you. You gotta go." While teammates worried about homecoming dates, Jimmy worried about having a home. Picture sleeping in your car because your friend's parents said you couldn't crash another night. That was Jimmy's reality for years. His high school coach remembers finding him in the gym at 6 a.m. Most kids complain about two-a-days. Jimmy was already done with his first workout before school started. Tyler Junior College gave him a shot. Jimmy bulldozed through, averaging 18 points and 7 rebounds. At Marquette, teammates found sticky notes he'd leave himself. Outwork everyone. No excuses. Prove them wrong. The Chicago Bulls grabbed him 30th overall, dead last in the first round. Most 30th picks vanish overseas. Jimmy became an all-star, a franchise cornerstone, the heart of championship contenders. Today, Jimmy Butler embodies Miami Heat culture. From sleeping on benches to competing for banners, that's life transformation through pure will. DraymondGreen, the undersized overachiever Saginaw, Michigan, a chunky kid who loved basketball more than hitting the gym. At 6 feet 5 inches, Draymond was a tweener, too small for power forward, too slow for small forward. His freshman year at Michigan State, overweight, out of shape, more buffet line than three-point line. Teammates nicknamed him Day Day and joked about his McDonald's obsession. But something clicked sophomore year. Green lost 30 pounds, gained basketball IQ that coaches dream about. His senior year, he nearly averaged a triple-double. Still, NBA scouts questioned everything. College player. Limited athleticism. The Golden State Warriors took a flyer at pick 35, second round. Most fans don't even remember second-round picks. When Steve Kerr arrived and small ball basketball exploded, Draymond found his calling. Defense, elite, playmaking, unstoppable, leadership, unmatched. 3 championships later, that tweener became the heartbeat of a dynasty. Draymond proved basketball isn't always about measurables. Sometimes it's about understanding the game better than everyone else. NikolaJokic, the Serbian Sensation. Nobody saw coming Sombor, Serbia. Population 47,000. Not exactly where NBA scouts hunt for superstars. Picture a chubby kid who loved Coca-Cola more than conditioning, preferred passing to his brothers over dunking. While American prospects dominated highlight reels, Nikola learned fundamentals in a small Serbian town most NBA fans couldn't find on a map. At 17, Jokic wasn't even the best player on his own team. His coach remembers he was talented, but looked like he ate too many burgers. American scouts would ask about everyone except Nikola. The Denver Nuggets drafted him 41st overall in 2014, during a Taco Bell commercial break. The ESPN crew didn't even announce his name properly. While the basketball world focused on lottery picks, Denver quietly stole a future MVP in the second round. Rookie year, bench player. Critics called him too slow, too unathletic, not built for NBA pace. Then Mike Malone started him at center, and suddenly this unathletic kid was orchestrating offense like Magic Johnson in a 7-footer's body. No-look passes, triple-doubles, basketball IQ that left veterans speechless. 2 MVP awards later, that kid from small-town Serbia revolutionized what we expect from NBA centers. Jokic proved basketball is a global language, and sometimes the best stories come from the most unexpected places. A'ja Wilson, rewriting the rules. Hopkins, South Carolina, a tall girl who refused to let anyone limit her dreams. Picture a high school senior standing 6 feet 5 inches, dominating games but hearing constant whispers. She's good for a girl, too aggressive, won't work at the next level. A'ja faced stereotypes that women's basketball was lesser, confronting critics who questioned whether female athletes could generate the same excitement as their male counterparts. Her high school coach remembers her mindset. A'ja would watch NBA games and say, "I can make that pass, I can make that shot." She never thought of basketball as different for women, just basketball. At South Carolina, she transformed the program. Under Dawn Staley's guidance, Wilson brought March Madness magic to women's basketball. That 2017 national championship, Wilson dominated when it mattered most, proving Clutch Jean knows no gender. But here's where her story gets inspiring. Wilson entered the WNBA when the league was fighting for visibility, respect, equal pay. Instead of just playing, she became a voice while backing it up with MVP-level performance. Las Vegas Aces, WNBA champion, Finals MVP, 2 regular season MVPs. But more than accolades, Wilson represents the next generation of athletes who refuse to accept good enough as enough. As she said after winning her first MVP, "This isn't just for me. This is for every little girl who's told basketball isn't for her." Conclusion: your underdog moment starts now. Dame sleeping in Weber State dorms while Duke recruits lived in luxury. Jimmy bouncing between couches while McDonald's All-Americans chose destinations. Draymond grinding in mid-major gyms while lottery picks dominated headlines. Jokic perfecting his craft in small-town Serbia while American prospects grabbed headlines. A'ja fighting for respect in a sport where women's excellence gets overlooked. 5 different paths, 3 different continents, multiple sports. One common thread: they never stopped believing when the world didn't believe in them. In today's social media basketball culture, where 8th graders get shoe deals and high school freshmen have millions of followers, it's easy to think success only comes with hype. These stories destroy that myth. Your moment is coming. Maybe you're grinding at a junior college like Jimmy. Maybe you're overlooked at a mid-major like Dame. Maybe you're perfecting skills in quiet gyms like A'ja. Maybe you're developing an unorthodox style like Jokic in a place nobody's watching. The blueprint is there. The proof is undeniable. Your underdog story starts now.